Welcome back to Haunted House. This is your host Haunted. What's up, guys? Gonna hop on some more Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on the PS5. And coming into this, I was thinking, we'll just take another mission. But then then I had another thought. We have 6,810 CR. Why not go for another certification? Now, with only 6,800, we have two options. You can go for high performance or the Tailwheel endorsement. I think I'm going to go for the Tailwheel endorsement. And then I think after that, I would have to fly more missions to earn the CR, but maybe high performance. But let's do the Tailwheel endorsement. Commercial pilot license allows you to fly tail draggers whose backcountry flying and short takeoff and landing capabilities are generally superior to tricycle geared aircraft. So I think I saw that. I guess I could be wrong, but I thought I saw something about tail draggers maybe being able to do like haul small amounts of cargo or something. But if you all know, you can drop it in the comments. I'm a new player to Flight Sim as it just got ported to PS5 not that long ago. So as you can see, working my way up here. So Tailwheel endorsement, yeah boy. This looks really cool. Let's check out the aircraft. We got a Cessna 185 Skywagon. That's pretty cool. We got the Air Tractor AT802. Boy, does that thing look pretty rad. We got a CGS Hawk Arrow 2. Let's scroll down a little bit. We got a Cessna Aircraft Company Cessna 188 AG truck. Then we got a Robin Cap 10. I like the look of that Robin Cap 10. That looks like so cool. There's a lot. A Campania. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Polista Cap 4. Different country airplane. I'm taking it. We got a Cub Crafters X Cub, sweet. Viking Air Limited, de Havilland Canada Company, a Patey Aviation Draco X. Ooh, look at that baby. That looks really cool. The Extra 330 LT. There's so many planes. As you guys can see, I'm not going to read any more off just because there's just so much to go through, and these look just rad. Wow. I really like the look of that one on the end there, that Aviat Pit Special S2S. That's the last one. Okay. Let's take the exam. We just got our night currency done. Now we're going in Tailwheel endorsement. Taking off, landing, and taxiing in a plane equipped with tailwheel is not as easy as it might seem. Airplanes with main gear towards the front of the aircraft and small wheel underneath the tail are commonly referred to as conventionally geared aircraft or tail draggers. You will be showing what you can do aboard one of the most advanced conventionally geared aircraft on the market, the Cub Crafters X Cub. So, yeah, usually these certifications are usually just straightforward to the point, so it looks like we're just going to be taking off, doing the initial climb, going around in a square pattern, hitting the downwind, hitting the base, hitting the final, and landing. That looks really cool. Assistance is the auto rudder assistance is turned off for the certification. Well, I never messed with any settings, so I didn't feel like I had any auto anything. But okay, we're remove the engine covers, just like we always do. The pitot and the chocks, but I gotta appreciate this plane for a second. What is that? It's like clear above it. Let's take a look at where we are. But what is this thing, a butte or what? What's under here? United States of America. Tactical Aeronautics. Oh man, this thing is so cool. Alright, let's remove the chocks and get it started. Let's have a look around before we start up and do it. Hot air entry, I don't know what that... Some of these things are even for. Carburetor heat. Battery. Left wing. I don't know if y'all remember this button from my last episode. I got stuck on the on that and I almost crashed. I couldn't get off of it once I chose it. Okay, let's get going.
As covered in our briefing, we'll be performing a standard traffic pattern around Miami's KLNA airport with the Cub Crafters X-Cub. Remember that taildraggers do not behave in the same way as tricycle-geared aircraft while taxiing, taking off, and landing. Try to maintain centerline and anticipate rear-wheel drift while turning on the taxiway. Keep your speed low while taxiing, and brake progressively while pitching back once you land to avoid flipping the aircraft over. Remember that once you get some speed on the runway, you will want to lift the tail of the aircraft by gently pushing it around traffic. Once you are on the start gently pitching back to take off. Keep your feet on the rudder to brace for left turning tendencies.
All right. This engine sounds smooth. Okay, so like for instance, the 172. Okay, see, it's really rocking, but you got to use L2 and R2 to steer, like the Cessna 172 Skyhawk, I believe that's what it's called. I could actually use my joystick left and right and turn just fine. This one you got to use the rudder. And let's brake. Ooh. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. This is a lot harder than... I'm just not used to using L2 and R2 on the runway, and then I was like stuck and then I took off into the grass. Okay, this could be a little bit of a thing. I gotta remember to use my L2 and R2 dominantly which I don't on the other one. Taking off on the grass. Like, you failed your exam, bro. Brake aggressively.
Kilo Lima November Alpha traffic. Cubcrafters Alpha, Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Taking off runway 10. Right close traffic. Kilo Lima November Alpha.
All right. Let's enter runway 10. I'm a little nervous. The way this thing handles is a whole different ball game. Initial climb. Okay, so I'm facing in the right direction. Use throttle lever X maximum. Lift tail wheel off the ground. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so I was pushing down and I was lifting the tail wheel. And then I was pushing back to take off. I was kind of rocking back and forth a little chaotically. This thing's got decent power. I need to climb to 1,000 feet. We're almost there. There we go. Definitely need some more experience flying a tail dragger because it's totally different. This thing has really good lift. It's got good speed too. This is a nice plane. Let's cut the RPMs back. Alright boys, this is it. My first attempt. Try to make contact with all three tires at the same time. Well, we'll see. I can't even keep my plane straight right now, bro. I've cut the engine completely off as we're descending. Flaps. Oh, I deployed the flaps a little quickly. More flaps. Nice and easy, bro. No. Well, I know it wasn't perfect, but for my first tail dragger landing, I'll take it. Hopefully I pass the exam. I'd like to practice flying this plane more. Easy does it. It's really touchy. No, 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 no.
Kilo Lima November Alpha traffic. Cubcrafters Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to parking. Kilo Lima November Alpha.
Alright, we gotta go to the parking stand. I just can't, like, find a smooth throttle position where I'm not. There we go. Come on. Why am I not turning? Bro. Now it's turning. I feel like once your tail wheel is like sideways and you stop, then you can't move. Okay. Dang. Tail dragger, man. It's a lot harder than it looks if you've never flown one. Shut her down. Did we pass?
You've passed your certification. Congratulations. Only a few minor kinks to iron out, and you can make for a perfect pilot.
Tail wheel endorsement passed. The only, actually all my scores were super high except on the landing smoothness. But I mean, that's kind of been how all my landings have been going, like not as good as it should be. So I still got to definitely practice on the landing, but check out those scores. Landing smoothness lowest at 55. So if I would have had a good landing, we still got a B. So We passed the certification, guys. Congratulations, certification tailwheel endorsement passed. Allows you to fly tail draggers whose backcountry flying and short takeoff and landing capabilities are generally superior to the tricycle geared aircraft. Now we can fly available flyable for missions. You can now fly new aircraft in missions. Well, there we go. So far we got the tailwheel, of course, the commercial pilot's license for stuff, and the night currency. So the next one, I'm gonna have to grind some more missions to get the CR, but I think we're going for the high performance endorsement, which allows you to fly the heavier, faster planes, and then because here the multi-engine rating one is for larger, where you're carrying cargo and stuff. So, okay, guys, well, let's back up out of there, and I'm going to end that episode here. Thanks all for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And we'll see you guys later. This is your host, Haunted, signing off.